The men's basketball team is coming off a 7-18 season. What's the team's philosophy coming into the 2013-2014 season?
Well, we're very excited to get going right now. Our philosophy this year is going to be a little different than it's been in the past. 2 years ago, after going to the ECAC championship game, we lost a lot of key seniors, and last year the record dipped a little bit, but we're really excited about getting it back on track, going back in an upward motion. This year, we're really going to try to force tempo on both sides of the court. I think we have the athletes and the depth to do that this year. It's exciting so far. Practices have gone very well. Guys have bought in very well to what we're trying to do. We're going to try to use our depth by forcing tempo this year on both ends of the court.
What efforts were made during the off-season to really emphasize the new philosophy?
Well, I think number one is we took an in-depth look at each person on our team. What were their strengths and how can we play towards that individually and as a team? And we looked and saw that we have a lot of perimeter guys that are very quick, long, athletic, and we have 5 men that aren't necessarily your plodding 5 men. They can really get out and run like deers and at the same time are tall and long. So let's try to use that to our advantage. Also, what we try to do is we knew we were losing some key seniors from last year's team was to recruit some shooters. One of our philosophies in forcing tempo this year is to shoot more threes. And to do so, you obviously need shooters. So we went out and recruited some freshmen this year that I think that can really shoot the ball. Some of our better shooters on the team this year, I think, will be first-year students.
Who are some of the key returners for this year?
I think it starts with our 3 team captains. Thomas Satsis had a breakout great year last year for us. Senior for us. He'll be playing some guard and some forward. Tim Pacheco is one of the toughest kids I've ever coached. He does everything right, just handles his business on the court. He's an outstanding leader for us. I think he'll be key pushing the basketball. And then Ryan Mann, who didn't play a lot for us last year as a sophomore, but I see a big role for him this year. Continues to shoot the ball well from the perimeter, and he's a vocal leader out there, and guys respect the way he goes about his business. I think other key components are Dalton Walsh, Jeremy Johnson, Steve Lothridge, and Gerald Colas in the post. I think those 4 guys are all bring a little something different, but at the same time can all run the basketball court, finish around the rim. Dalton's even able to stretch the defense, even though he's 6'7", 200 pounds. He can step behind the arc and knock down a 3, which really adds something else to our game, and we can draw the other team's big man away from the hoop. But those are the returners, and there'll be others that will obviously play. But those were the others that played a lot last year, and I expect good things from them this year.
You said earlier that you lost some key players from last year. Who are those players, and then who out of the recruiting class do you feel are going to be the most the key components to filling those positions?
Well, we lost Sean Curran, Tim Costello, and Brett Dennis. They were, in terms of made 3-point field goals, number 1, number 2, and number 3 on our team last year. So to play the way we wanted to play this year, again, we knew we were going to have to bring in some good shooters in this freshman class to supplement the returners that we had coming back. Tyler Seelman from Virginia, I think, can really shoot the ball, get it off quick, standing still, coming off a screen. Dylan Malloy, although he's short, freshman from the Albany area, Clifton Park, I think he has a very nice stroke. We're very excited about Eric Adams, who isn't necessarily an outside threat, but he'll run through a wall for you. We have a local kid. First time I've been able to get a kid within 15 minutes. Julian Reinhardt from Hornell, who I think just does a little bit of everything. Kind of jack of all trades. And Phil Pellegrino can definitely shoot from the outside. Like I said, we had to recruit shooters. And Nigel Herbert, I think, is going to be a solid point guard for us.
Your first game is November 16th against the SUNY Cobleskill Fighting Tigers. What are your expectations for the game, and how are you preparing the team?
I think Cobleskill is going to come in the game, and they're going to give us a lot of pressure. All right, they're going to get after us. The type of team they were last year, I think they try to force some tempo as well. So it could be it could be a high-scoring game, although defense tends to win out early on in the season. And right now, to be honest, we're not focusing on Cobleskill. I'm sure they have a good team, and they'll have a good team coming in November 16th. But right now, I'm more worried about putting in our offense, our defense, and focusing on our individuals and seeing what they can do, not just individually but collectively.
All right, Coach, that's all I have. Thanks a lot and good luck this season.
Thank you.